Hello viewers, today we'll be with Joe Makeni, pilot episode of Something in the Blog. Hope you guys have fun.
Discovering victories. Well, my perception of myself always keeps changing. Like I used to think I was introverted. I came to realize I'm actually extroverted in some instances. For example, when I'm with my friends, you think I'm the loudest, craziest guy. When I'm around strangers, I don't talk. I'm just invisible, quiet,
Yeah.
So it depends on where you get me and what I'm doing. Likes and dislikes. Of course, I like photography. I love it. That's what I do every day. Either shooting or editing or doing corporate communications, PR and things. But just to build my photography business. What else? I play squash. Yeah, so I played 2 years back.
Nothing like rugby.
No, I played rugby in high school. I played for Stratton School. That was back in 2004. That's a year I played in Prescott. Yeah. After that, I never pursued rugby. I tried tennis for a year or two. Then now I ended up in squash. And yeah, I love it. Yeah, respond to emails, send quotations. Then from there now it's total routine because now it depends if you have a shoot, then you prepare for the shoot, depending on also what time the shoot is. Or you could just edit photos or come in for a meeting here. Usually, I prefer working from home. So this place is just used for meetings.
How do you pick up photography?
I don't know, I've always been fascinated with cameras. So
for how long?
I think I was primary school. My dad didn't have a camera, so I never got.
When you got your hands in there?
Yeah, but I think all kids love cameras.
Yeah.
So for me, I always wanted to have a camera. Just not that I had time to take photos. I just needed to play with the camera, figure out how it works. All those kids would open up the TV, anything you can open, the radio. I'd opened everything in the house. So it's only a camera, I didn't know what's inside it. And I was just fascinated by how does it actually take the images. Yeah, so for a long time I didn't have a camera until there's a time I bought one now at just at the supermarket. It was a disposable camera, $9.99. So I saved up, went and bought one. I think I was in class 5 then. So I took my 36 exposures. I wasn't really interested in the photography, so I just wasted there's nothing in particular I wanted to shoot, Like I just wanted it to get done so I can dismantle the thing.
See how this is.
And fine enough, I didn't even process that thing. I have no idea where it went. So finally, the exposures were over, I checked the film. Then it was a disposable, so I knew you couldn't reload. I thought I could always tweak it to get it to work. But then I got to a point I realized this thing you can't crack it. So it's like, okay, now let me just open it up. So I took it apart. Yeah, now that was my first camera. So that was the end of it.
These things later led to the birth of Frontlite.
Frontlite, I think Frontlite started in the whole idea when I started taking photos, at least with more interest now, was after high school. That was in 2005. Yeah, that's when I got access to a camera. It wasn't mine, it was for the school. So I'd use it once in a while. I'd go for the school games and stuff like that. Just take photos. And I think that's where it started. I grew up in Busia.
Yeah.
So that's where I lived there till I was 7. That's when I came to Nairobi for class 1. So I did my preschool and everything.
The whole family was there when you moved?
Yeah, my dad used to work in Nairobi. the rest of us
stay
are
with
old.
us.
Yeah. So I think my dad just decided like come learn.
What course did you pick for your undergraduate?
What was I picked for, or what did I pick?
Which one did you decide to move forward in?
I really wanted to do telecommunications here, and that's what I applied for my first choice. For some reason I didn't get it, but I got civil engineering, which was my fourth and last choice. Yeah, so somehow I was called for that, and I tried changing, but it wasn't possible. So I just decided, let me see where this takes me.
Through this period now, do you still have photography in your mind?
Photography was always on the side. It was my hobby, so I always had a camera in my bag. Anywhere I go, I'd have a camera. Whether it was a small one or a larger one, but I had a camera everywhere. And I was just shooting. I never saw myself going full time into photography. For me, I always knew it should always be on the side. And I didn't even have thoughts of commercializing it. Yeah, for me, I was just taking photos because I love taking images.
What problems do you have like starting out? Challenges you faced?
I think most in the beginning it was actually getting your cash after you've done it. Yeah.
Following customers.
Yeah, and then there was no proper documentation.
Yeah.
We didn't have contracts by then, so it was just learning on the job, trial and error, try this, it didn't work. Yeah, like even now when you came up with the contract, as you experience more challenges, then you put in a clause to get something, put in a clause to sort out another problem. So it's been a continuous process, a learning process.
Challenges being faced now?
Now I think the biggest challenge is getting access to opportunities. Because the way the industry is now, I'd really like to get into commercial photography. But the way the industry is now, it's I don't know, but I've noticed it employs a lot of foreign photographers. Yeah. And
So
I think there's a lot
being paid on Kenyan entrepreneurs.
Yeah. And it's even harder to get the big jobs. Yeah. It's hard to break into that industry. But a foreigner would come in and in 1 year is shooting for agencies, Even in a few months, it's much easier for them. And not that they have a better skill set or that they do. Because I think in terms of quality, there's a lot of Kenyan photographers who've gotten to that quality now. Yeah. But guys still have the perception that, if it's a big client, let's get a white photographer.
All in all, would you say that professional photography is marketable?
It is marketable. There is a lot of work to be done. Yeah.
But many Kenyans have the idea of photography being Uhuru pictures.
Events
photography.
So by thinking, because the media industry is growing, it's growing really fast.
Yeah.
So there'll always be a new, more companies are getting to use agencies for advertising. We have, I don't know the exact figures, but a lot of businesses are coming in. And it will get to a point where they will be big enough to afford advertising and to get media consulting services and things like that. And so I think there'll always be room for more creatives to get into the industry.
So people will get jobs when they
decide to pursue. Yeah, I can tell you for a fact there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah. So all in all, what advice would you give to budding photographers?
It's persistent, stick it out. I think even me, I get to a certain point where you get really discouraged because you bid for a job, you're qualified to do the job, but it's given to someone else who doesn't do something really extraordinary. Not those situations where I think I'd have done much better. Yeah, for slightly even, sometimes for slightly lower.
So it's happened many times to you.
Yeah, so it keeps happening. And then for the big jobs, like for me, I usually price for what I think my work is worth. And a lot of times I end up being twice or even 3 times more expensive than the second bidder. But then I guarantee I'll give you that quality.
Better job.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think anyone should be unemployed. I honestly don't think anyone should be unemployed. There's a lot of opportunities everywhere. You just need to find calling. You can, and not even, because that's used as an excuse for guys now who someone will tell you, I'm still looking for that calling. But just do something. So you could get something that you're good at, whether it's your calling or not. As you figure out your calling, but I think I think Kenya's just generally gifted, and there's no excuse for a beggar,
So would you say you are where you want to be, or?
Wow, I'm so far from where I want to be. I still feel like I'm starting actually.
So what are your goals? What do you want to achieve?
That's a pretty broad question. For me, I think I want to get into commercial photography. So now, a lot of my income is coming from wedding photography, and I don't know, it doesn't really. That's not where my heart is. Yeah. So I want to shoot commercial ones.
So what keeps you going before you achieve your goals? What keeps you going?
Well, I love to photograph, so as long as I'm photographing, I'm good. I think everyone is gifted, and you just have to find where your gifting is. Because I can assure you there's nothing as fulfilling as doing something that you want to do.